should the Detroit Lions select Zach Carbonnet at the 48th overall pick? Cue that intro. It's showtime. Zach Carbonnet is a running back. He's 6 foot tall, 215 pounds. He's a senior out of UCLA. He is 22 years old. He's a day one NFL starting running back. He wins with his creativity as a runner. He's a cowbell, around 20 touches a game. Could improve as a route runner to be considered a 4-down back. He is great at checkdowns, but he could beat linebackers. Then, wow, he could really take his game to the next level. He does have almost 3,350 yards on the ground in 4 seasons with 39 touchdowns. He played his first 2 seasons as a Michigan Wolverine and his last 2 seasons under Chip Kelly at UCLA. Now, I love Zach Carbonnet. I thought when he was with the Michigan Wolverines, I saw him a lot because I am a Michigan Wolverine fan. And I thought that he could really blossom into a real star at the running back position for the Michigan Wolverines. He did transfer 2 years into his time to spend the last 2 years back at home in California at UCLA. He even blossomed even more. And to see him come back to Michigan and be a member of the Detroit Lions with pick number 48, I think it could be a real steal for the Detroit Lions. Now, they do have David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, and Craig Reynolds under contract as of right now. There's still a free agent in Justin Jackson from a year ago. Now, Zach could be an upgrade over Justin Jackson and possibly be the number 2 guy, depending on what we do with DeAndre Swift. I love how Zach can really be shifty at times. He can be more aggressive at times, and he can get out there and catch the football at times. He's one of those guys that whatever you need done, he's going to do it at a high level. Now, there's a little things, like I said, with his route running he could improve on, but if you're relying a whole lot on receiving out the backfield and beating linebackers, then you got more issues than you're telling the entire league. So I'm not really too worried about that. You know, as long as he's moving the sticks as a running back, I have no problem drafting him with the 48th overall pick. And that could also help DeAndre Swift. Maybe DeAndre Swift, his role is the receiving back. You know, kind of like the Alvin Kamara role, where he catch out the backfield and things like that. Maybe that's more suited for a DeAndre Swift, where Zach's more of a power back, more of a shiftier back, can break people's ankles a little bit, get out there and plow through some guys. And man, I think Zach Carbonnet would be a perfect fit with the Detroit Lions. Now, does he want to be far away from home long term? Because obviously with a second round pick, he's probably going to get signed right around the 4-year mark. Is he willing to spend 4 years away from California, his home state, things of that nature? I think with being an NFL player, you know, those are the little sacrifices that you do make. And he does get a bye week and does have an off season, so maybe he could travel back home if he is selected. Man, I think this just really fits. Like, when you look at the Detroit Lions, there's guys in the draft that you just look at it and just be like, man, he just kind of fits with the Lions. Man, this guy could be really special. Think of a young version of David Montgomery. Who is he going to back up? David Montgomery. So you would essentially have 2 David Montgomerys on your team for at least 3 years, where Zach is kind of learning from David Montgomery, where after 3 years, maybe he takes this lead role and, you know, maybe we move on from a David Montgomery. Or maybe David Montgomery comes back in a smaller role and maybe he's the backup. Either way, I think it's a win-win situation for the Detroit Lions to definitely consider. And with Scotty Montgomery, he loves those bigger backs. You've seen what he did with Jonathan Taylor. He kind of fits a little bit of that Jonathan Taylor role. So I think that with the Detroit Lions, I think this could definitely be a perfect fit for at Carbonnet. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help this channel get into the YouTube algorithm, consider clicking that thumbs up because it tells YouTube you like the content that you are watching. It might not be much, but it helps tremendously. If you want to be a part of this growing community, consider clicking the subscribe button, post notification to all so you're notified as soon as I drop another Detroit Lions video. Thank you so much in advance. And with that being said, love you all. I'll see you in the next video because grit don't quit. #1Pride, baby. Peace.